The man hid inside a fish basket, trying to figure out who had stolen his fish. But in the next moment, the basket suddenly rattled and soared into the sky. The man was terrified and wanted to jump out, but it was too late. The basket drifted past white clouds, floating high above, carrying the man to a palace atop a mountain. Then the basket's contents were emptied, and the basket took off again, returning him to his home. The man still didn't know what had just happened, but he was astonished to see the fish on the ground lining themselves up and starting to walk. Out of curiosity, he followed them, only to witness something that left him speechless. One by one, the little fish leapt into the mouth of a white tiger. The man, fearful of being caught, held his breath. Suddenly, one large fish made a noise, drawing the white tiger's attention. But the white tiger did not get angry. It asked the man why he was there. The man said, "I came here because you stole my fish." The white tiger replied that it was a celestial being. It then used magic to devour all of the fish. The man thought that since he'd been starving for days, regardless of whether the tiger was divine or not, he picked up a stick and struck it. But the white tiger moved its musical instrument and pinned him in place. Then the tiger told the man it would reward him with a fortune as compensation, but warned that once someone named Borky appeared, the man would return to poverty. When the man opened his eyes again, he had become a landowner so wealthy he rivaled a country. His house had turned into a villa. The table was piled high with delicacies. The rice jars were full, and he had countless riches. That night, he had a dream. A giant named Borky came to his home and threw him out. The man woke up in terror. From then on, he lived every day under a shadow. Even a bird song would make him tremble. One day, at his front door, he found an abandoned baby. Under the baby was a note. The man could not read, so he asked his neighbor to read it. The baby's name, it turned out, was Borky. He collapsed to the ground. He resolved that he must eliminate this threat. He trekked over mountains and through water, carrying the baby to a forest, and abandoned him in the woods. Then a torrential rain began from the sky. Listening to the baby's cries, the man could not bear it. His inner kindness compelled him to bring the child home and care for him. Over time, the child grew up and even gave him a grandson, and the man was never driven from his home. In fact, it had all been a test from the tiger immortal. The man spent the rest of his life in happiness.